So we'll be discussing today procedures. So the last classes already we discussed cursors, exceptions, and some basic concepts like conditional statements, iterative statements, and how to use variables and all. Right. So now another important chapter for us is procedures. So as we discussed, definitely we are going to use every class, whatever we are discussing, every class of the things we'll be using in real time. Okay. And so today what we are discussing also the same thing, very important thing. And definitely you'll be getting a guaranteed interview questions from these chapters. If you are trying for a fresher, there is nothing to say. Definitely you can put 100 stars on that. Okay, so that much important it is from now onwards, every chapter. Okay, so now we'll see what is meant by procedure. We already discussed. Okay, procedure is nothing but a step-by-step process. That's it, right? Generally, we know very well how to write a program using PLSQL. Okay, to fetch the data or to perform any data manipulations, right? So the same way, procedure also just going to give some extra facility to you. Okay, so this chapter is just giving some extra facility to you. What is that facility? We'll see. So what I just want to do before discussing this procedures chapter, we'll just go back and we'll write a small program to fetch employee number, employee name, salary from EMP table using PLSQL. That's it. Okay, you can try with implicit cursor, you can try with explicit cursor, no matter. Okay, so anything is fine. We discussed only two programs we have in PLSQL. That is, remember, one is unnamed, another one is named. Okay, so unnamed programs means nothing but also called as anonymous programs. Okay, so named programs also called as subprograms. Okay, and these anonymous programs not going to be stored in the database, will not stored in the DB because there is no name. So if we store that in the database also, no use, because it is impossible to call that. For example, so there are thousands of people on the road going, okay, and one of your friend is there, you can call him easily. How? Using his name, right? But just imagine you don't have any name, but how can you call how can you call him from that thousands of people? It's definitely impossible, right? The same way, so these unnamed programs are whichever the program is not having any name is not going to be stored in the database. Okay, so whatever we discussed as of now in PLSQL, all those programs are unnamed programs or anonymous programs. Nothing but they don't have any name. We have not given any name. Like while creating the table or while creating a view, we given some names. Like that, we have not given any name to them. So these are not going to be stored in the database. Okay, so if you want to store that program in the database and you want to use it repeatedly, okay, so then what we can do, we can store in the database. Same like a select statement is not going to be stored in the database in SQL. Okay, if you want to store that the same select statement in a database, what we did, we created a view on top of it with the name, right? So that you can call that, you can execute that code anytime, whenever you want, because that code is same select code only stored in the database with a specific name because of views chapter. So here also the same thing, whatever we discussed as of now, all those are anonymous programs, not having any name, so not going to be stored in the database. Okay, so if you want to store that program as it is in the database, you want to use it repeatedly whenever you want, so then you just keep a name for it. Okay, so we can give a name for that using this chapter procedures or using this thing subprograms. Okay, so we are discussing first thing now here, procedures. We'll see. Now, so I'm just writing simply simple program. I need three variables definitely to store three columns of information. So I'm declaring three variables here. V employee number, V name, varchar to size of something, B cell number, begin. In begin block, I'm just writing select employee number, employee name, salary. Store this into those three variables. Sorry. V employee number, V name, V sal from EMP table. If you are using a cursor, then no problem, but I'm not using any cursor here, right? So I just want to fetch only a particular record. So I'm writing a condition here to filter the data where employee number is equal to 7902. That's it. After getting the data, I just want to print it. So I'm writing here dbms underscore output dot put underscore line. And I'm just printing all those three variables: V employee number, V name, V cell. That's it. And end of the program. Okay. So I'm just executing it. Let me see. Okay, successfully completed, but we have not enabled this dbms output. Let me enable this dbms output first. It again. Okay, says printing perfectly. Okay, so I want to pass the same output at runtime. So then what you can do? You can just use this ampersand symbol, and I'm writing some text here, and I'm executing this program now. It is asking for me employee number, so I'm passing 7839. Save. Okay. Okay, successfully completed. If you execute the same program again, same thing, it is asking me for employee number. I'm passing a different employee number now. Successfully completed and fetching the data. Right? So this program we discussed so many times. I just written here anonymous block. Okay, and I'm fetching the data inside it, but I'm passing this input at runtime. That's it. Okay, but this program is not going to be stored in the database, you know, right? So because if you see, nowhere it is having any name. Okay, now my intention is I just want to store this same program as it is in the database. Okay, let's see how can we store. Now I want to store this program as it is in the database using procedures chapter, right? So to create any procedure, okay, so what is the syntax we have? First we'll see that, and after that we'll just utilize that syntax. Okay, same like a view how you created. Okay, same thing, create or replace. Okay, procedure followed by any name for that procedure. That's it. Okay, and you'll be having a parameters here. That is again optional. Whatever I'm writing in rectangular braces, that is means optional. Okay, depends on the requirement. You can use or not required. Create or replace procedure name followed by some parameters as keyword. Then same, you can write your program. Okay, so nothing but you have to write your executable code, anonymous program you have to write, right? So is nothing but you have to write actually declare. Okay, but declare is not required here because as is there already. As will act just like as a declare only. So you don't need to write a declare, but you can declare whatever you want. Okay, declare block. I'm just writing declare block. then begin. Okay, you know what is the use of begin, right? Then exception, you know already we discussed exception also. Finally, end of the program. Okay, after that you can write end. You can just write a simple end. Otherwise, you can also mention the procedure name. Okay, it is optional to write, but if you write, it is meaningfully, like we can say which procedure ended. That's it. This is simple syntax we have to create a procedure. We just need to discuss about only this much part. Only first two lines we have to discuss. How to create a procedure and how to write the parameters. That's it. Remaining everything is already we know. This as nothing but declare block, begin block, exception block, end of the program. That's it. Okay. So what we'll do, we'll just write the same program as it is using a procedure. Okay. For that purpose, I'm not going to write anything newly. I just want to convert into a procedure. So I'm writing create or replace. So you know already what is the meaning of or replace, right? If the procedure is already existed in the database, it will replace. If not there, it will create. Same like a views. Create or replace procedure followed by any procedure name. Okay, so here actually what I'm doing, I'm getting some employee details. Okay, so I'm writing something name like get emp details. This is my procedure name. Okay, get emp details is my procedure name. Done. Parameters we'll discuss later in the other program. First we'll discuss about first line. I'm just creating a procedure with that name, and then I have to write as. I'm removing this declare keyword and I'm writing as there. That's it. Remaining is same. Three variables. Okay, begin block. Okay, I'm not using exception, of course. If you want, I'll use exception also. Exception. Okay, you can write when no data found, but I just want to write others. Okay, others, so that everything can be handled, because we are not discussing now about exceptions chapter. We'll just try to handle the error. Exception when others, then we can do any action here, but I'm just printing a message dbms output dot put underscore line, and here I'm writing simple message. Let me write this code enough SQL ERR. Okay, so what it will do, it will just print that error message. That's it. I don't want to do anything. Okay, let me clear this output. Now I'm executing this program. Okay, before executing, let me take it little. Okay, so now I'm executing. It is asking for employee number because there is a ampersand in the select statement of begin block. So let me pause that 7902, say okay. Let's see what will happen. What happened? You can see now. It is not returning a message PLSQL procedure successfully completed, because it is not completed fully. As of now, whatever we written, that is completing fully, so that you are able to see the output also. But now we are not seeing output. Okay, means it is not completed. So that's why you can see the message also here. Procedure get emp details compiled. We already discussed while discussing exception chapter. There will be two situations. What is that? One is compiling, another one is execution. First, it will check for all the compilations. Okay, then it will go for the executions. Okay, so this program first is compiled, everything is proper, is done, compiled. Now you have to execute it. Okay, first you have to compile this. Program is created now, procedure created now with this name get emp details. So now onwards, you can execute it. Okay, we can execute it anytime. So what we'll do now, I'm just going down. What is the name of this program? Get emp details, right? So I'm just copying this. Get emp details. Okay, and here actually we forgot to write the name, right? Get emp details, not mandatory, but by seeing that we'll come to know which program ended this. So that's why I written get emp details, that let it be. Now I want to execute this program. Okay, how can I execute? As of now, we didn't get this kind of situation. So every time when we are just clicking, compilation and execution was happening one by one. But now only compilation happened, program created. Now that procedure in the database. Okay. So what we'll do now, we need to execute. That's it. To execute a procedure, we have a keyword called execute. Okay. What is the keyword? We have execute. Okay. So instead of writing that full, I'm just writing exec. That is enough for us. Okay. Exec followed by the name is get emp details. Okay. Semicolon. That's it. I'm executing this program. As of now, it is just compiled. Now I'm executing this program, control enter. You can see now you are able to see this message, PLSQL procedure successfully completed. And also you can see this output, 79024, 3000. Okay, you can execute this program again. What happening? Every time it is printing the same details because we already given the employee number as an input while compiling that program itself. So it is not asking you to pass at execution time. Okay. So if you use this ampersand symbol, when it will ask you, it is asking to pass the input at compilation time. So it is already compiled. So it is not going to be compiled again when you are executing. So whatever you passed number 7902, so that is there as it is. So the next time onwards, whenever you are executing, every time it is taking the same input. Okay, so which means to say compilation will happen only one time. Okay, compilation will not happen every time whenever you are executing. So this is one way of executing your procedure. So there is one more way to execute the procedure. That is, you can just write anonymous block. Okay, anonymous block is nothing but declare begin, exception, end. Okay, so I'm just writing begin end because this is mandatory. And then I'm just writing my procedure name. That's it. This is another way of executing your procedure. I'm just selecting it and executing. Before that, let me clear these outputs. See now, successfully completed, and it is printing 7902 only because it's already fixed now. Now, there is one more way to execute this procedure, that is using this keyword call. Okay, just call, then your procedure name, semicolon. I'm executing it. Okay, so what it is asking, let me clear this output, then I'll execute it again so that we can understand easily. Okay, it is telling usage. It's not throwing any error or something for us. It's telling usage. What is the usage of it? Call followed by procedure, procedure followed by what is there? Braces are open. That means you know already. We written like that many things. Okay, it's nothing but it is expecting some arguments inside of it. Okay, but here we don't have anything to pass, right? But let's try to pass something and we'll see what will happen. I'm just passing 7839. Okay, it's throwing error because you can see here wrong number are types of arguments in call to get emp details. Remember this error. We are going to see this error many of the times while executing procedures. Okay, so what is this error is telling clearly? Wrong number are types of arguments in call to get emp details. This error we already saw last time many times while writing dbms output line. Okay, so nothing but there we have to pass only one value. When you are passing more than one, it was throwing the same error. But here we don't have any parameters here, right? You can see while writing this program, I have not written any parameters. So it is not expecting anything. Zero, it is expecting. Okay, but you are passing one value here. That's why it is telling wrong number of types of arguments in call to this. Okay, you can use this, but not now. Okay, so actually the usage of it is telling clearly last time we have to use like this. Okay, we'll use this call next time with other program, but as of now, this is what about procedure simply. I just created a simple procedure and executed in two ways. Okay, any confusion till now? Okay. Okay. So actually what we did here, so every time when we are executing, it is printing the details for the same number, because when I was executed, I mean, when I compile this procedure, so for example, I'm doing it now. When I am compiling that program, then it will ask you for the number. So whatever the number you are passing, that is going to be fixed for that program, that for that procedure. Every time when you are executing, so every time it is going to print the details for only for this employee number. Okay, so what I want to do, I want to pass this employee number, okay, at runtime, not at the compilation time. I used that ampersand symbol, so I'm able to pass this input at the compilation time, right? This one I'm telling. So I want to remove this ampersand symbol and I want to pass this input employee number at runtime. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to pass a input at runtime. That is the thing. To do that, we have a concept, nothing but second line of our syntax, parameters. Okay, so we just have only three parameters, three different types of parameters. One is in, okay, another one is out, and third and last one is in out. That's it. Okay, in out, and another one is both in out. Okay, what is mean by in? In is simple. By name itself, we can understand input. You have to pass the input. If you define any parameter using in type, means it will expect a input. Means we'll come to know it's a input parameter. If you write out, that means it's a output parameter. Whatever the output you are expecting, that output you can pass through these output parameters. Okay, and in out is nothing but combination of in plus out, means whatever the parameter you are defining with in out type, that parameter is going to work as input parameter as well as output parameter. Means it will take input, and after passing the input, whatever the output is coming, that output also it will take. Means it will act like as a both cases, in and out. Okay, so first we'll see with the in type, and then we'll see remaining things. Okay, same program, I'm not changing anything. Okay, so the requirement was I want to pass this employee number at runtime. That's it. Okay, for that purpose, what I'm doing, I'm just simply writing now this braces. Okay, and writing my parameter name. Okay, you can define n number of parameters as per your requirement, but as per my requirement here, I just need to declare or define only one parameter. That is also which type of parameter I need to pass input at runtime. So means nothing but in parameter. Okay, so how I defined a variable using v underscore, like that I return. So now it is a parameter, so I just want to write p underscore. Okay, and it's related to employee number, so I return p underscore employee number. You can write any name meaningfully. Okay, and followed by which type of data it will take, like nothing but a data type. So I'm writing number. That's it. Like declaring a variable only, nothing is difference. But you just need to tell which type of parameter it is, input parameter or output parameter. So I want to pass input. So that's why I written in P employee number in number. So this is the syntax, or this is the way of defining your parameter, right? So I'm not changing anything. I'm just going to the begin section, and wherever I'm passing that input there, I'm just going to use that parameter name. So instead of writing ampersand employee number there, so now I'm writing P underscore employee number, the parameter name which I defined on the top. Remaining all are same, nothing is difference. Okay, first let me execute till here. Control enter. Before that, let me clear it so that you can see what is happening. 1 second. I'm executing it. What happened? Procedure get EMP details compiled. Now it is compiled and not asked me for any employee number input like a last program, because I'm not using any ampersand there. Okay, but I used a parameter. So what will happen when you are executing that program? That time it will ask you for a input. Okay, now compile. I'm trying to execute that same program using exec. Control enter. You can see it's throwing error. What is the error? Wrong number or types of arguments in call to get EMP details. Nothing but we defined a parameter on the top. How many parameters defined? Only one parameter. So means it will expect one value here. That may be input value, output value, whatever it is. Okay, but we defined in this program only one parameter, that is the input parameter. So I'm passing a input here by opening these braces and 7839. That's it. Okay, let me execute it. You can see now PLSQL procedure successfully completed and is printing the data also for it. It's clear. Same way, let's execute here also using anonymous block. Same thing. It will expect definitely here one argument. So I'm passing 7900, end of this statement. Successfully completed, and you can see this 7900 James 950. Now we'll come to this call and we'll see whether it will work or not. Call get EMP details and I'm passing 7839. Call completed, and you can see the output also in the down 7839 king 5000. Okay, so these are the three ways of executing your procedure. Okay, and remember how many parameters you are defining here. Definitely that will while executing that procedure will expect that many arguments. Okay, now it's very simple to define a parameter. Just write the parameter name, parameter type, and data type, which type of input you are going to pass or which type of output it is going to take. Okay, so any confusion about it? So definitely we are going to use all these things in real time. Let me know if you have any question till this. There is no question. We'll see out now. Okay, out is nothing but output. We already have variables here, right? To hold our output, we already have variables. Okay, so instead of variables, we can use parameters. Parameters means it is not going to hold anything. Okay, variable can hold a value, but parameter will not hold anything. It will just pass. Okay, it will just work as like a intermediate. It will just pass one thing from A to B. Okay, it will just pass something from person A to person B. It will act like an intermediate between them. That's it. It will not hold anything. Okay, now here actually we are declaring variables to hold the value. Okay, but instead of this, if you want to send that output through parameters, two variables. Again, variable is required, but we'll declare these variables later. Okay, we'll declare these variables later. But now what we'll do? As of now, I'm just removing these two parameter variables, and in this place, I want to define a parameters. Okay, so that's why I'm removing these two v ename v sal. Okay, and here already one in parameter is there. I'm defining now another out parameter p ename to hold or to get employee name, and it is a out type. Which type of data will come in? Varchar2. Don't specify the size because I already told it is not going to hold any value. Okay, we just need to tell which type of data you are going to pass. That's it. Okay, this p ename parameter will not hold any value. Okay, it will just act like as a intermediate. Again, you have to declare a variable. Okay, so that variable will hold that value. Okay, then what this p ename will do? P ename will catch your employee name. Okay, and again it will throw it to your variable while executing. Now, p sal. Again, it is the output parameter, and it is for number type. Okay. Now, I already removed the two variables here, and in the begin section, we don't have v ename. It will throw the error definitely. Okay, so p ename is there to get that ename value p sal for salary purpose, and where employee number is equal to p employee number, it is an input parameter. Okay, it's clear, right? Anything confusion about it? And now while printing also there is no v ename, it will throw error again. So p ename p sal is clear. Now let me execute it. Sorry, let me compile this program. Control enter, compile successfully. Now while executing, let's see, I'm not writing anything. I'm just writing exec get emp details. Okay, and passing 7839, nothing but one input value. Okay, let's see what will happen. Okay, it's simply throwing error because there are three parameters. You are passing only one input here, nothing but only one argument you are passing. There, if I have three parameters, so definitely you have to pass three things here, but other two things are variables. Okay, we'll just come back to this and we'll discuss. Here in the begin section, on the top, I'm just writing declare, and I'm declaring two variables here. Sorry, v ename, varchar2 size of something, and v sal number. Done. Now in the begin section, I'm just using those variables here, nothing but v ename for p ename purpose, v sal for p sal purpose. Okay, end of the program. Let me execute it. Now it is successfully completed, and I passed 7900 in the begin section. I mean input. So it is printing same 7900 James 950. Okay, so that v ename is getting the data through p ename, and v sal is getting the data through p sal. Okay, any confusion here? No, right? And how about this call and exec? Here we have declare block, so I declared. So otherwise, what you have to do? We discussed while discussing bind variable concept. So what you have to do? You have to declare like this: var v ename varchar2. Like this, you have to declare, right? And let's see what will happen. 1 second. Let me clear this out. Okay, and the same way, what I'm doing, another variable, visual number. Okay. Now we'll try executing it. But while executing, what I have to do? I have to pass definitely those variable names here. Okay. For p ename purpose, I'm using this v ename, and for p cell, I'm writing v cell. Executing it. Again, it is throwing error. What is that error? We'll see. Identifier v ename must be declared. I declared it right here, but it is still asking it must be declared. Let's see this way. It is a bind variable, right? Let's try this way. Now it's successfully completed, and I passed actually 7839 there. Okay, and it is printing the data also. Okay, so we discussed about this concept already. Bind variables. Okay, I defined a variable outside in the session. Okay, outside the program in the session like this, and I'm using them as part of here. Okay, these variables whichever I declared, not only for this execution purpose. Okay, you can use them throughout the session for any program. Okay, even for this purpose also we can use it. What is that name? V name, bind variable symbol visual. That bind variable is nothing but I am not declaring any variable in my program. Okay, I'll be declaring my variable outside the program in the session. Okay, I'm executing it, and okay, let me clear the output, otherwise it is a confusion. Okay, call completed, 7839 king 5000. It's clear. So this is the way of execution. If you have out parameters and in parameters both. Clear, right? Any question? Okay. So then we'll see one more program with both in and out. To understand it easily, what we'll do, same program only we'll write. Okay, but I'm removing this piece up. Okay, just to avoid the confusion. Okay, and this input parameter also I don't want. Okay, now what I'm doing, I'm just defining only one parameter here. Okay, some name I gave like a pvar, and followed by it's a in parameter, it's a input parameter and also output parameter. So you can write a number data type, but it will accept only number. So that's why I'm writing varchar2, so that it will accept both number and varchar2. Okay, so I return that parameter. So how many parameters are there now? Only one parameter, but we can use this parameter as a two parameters. Okay, so we employee number, let it be to hold employee number. Okay, and for salary, I'm not declaring any parameter or variable, so I'm removing it just to avoid the confusion. And now for employee number, we'll be loading into v employee number. I declared a variable here. For ename, I don't have any variable here. So what I have, this only I'm going to use p var. Okay, p underscore var, same like a last program. I've just defined a parameter on the top, that only I'm using to capture this employee name. And in the down, where employee number is equal to p employee number, input parameter, I don't have input parameter here, right? I have in-out only. So what is that in-out parameter name? pvar. Okay, so means here I'm capturing the data using that pvar. Here I'm passing that input using the same pvar. Okay, in both the places, in output place, in input place, both the places I'm using same parameter. Okay, clear right till now? Anyone is having questions here? No? Okay. Now, while printing also, there is no P in it. Okay. So what is that? P var only. For employee number, anyhow, we have a variable that only I'm using. Exception is fine. Okay. And let me execute this program. Compiled successfully. So now I want to execute it. How can I execute it? Let's go down. And here, let me remove all these things. Only we have one parameter. So we have to pass only one argument here. Okay. So I have to pass input to that. And I have to capture the data also to that only. Okay. If I write like this 7839, let's see what will happen. Okay, same error. I think it is same error, wrong number or types of arguments. No, it's different. Expression, two number of something cannot be used as an assignment target. Okay, let's try with other way. Call. Okay, otherwise I will do this one. What is that? I'm writing comma and VE name. So means I'm passing two things. Definitely it will throw error again. Same. Because it is expecting only one. So that one only we have to capture and we have to pass both. Okay. So let's do this way now. What I'm doing, I'm declaring a variable. V underscore variable, for example. Okay. And here, what is the data type for it? Var2, right? Var2. Okay. And I'm passing employee number also to this now. 7902. And in the begin section, I'm just writing that variable name var. Okay, so this var is nothing but a variable. Already have a value 7902. Okay, so first it will go for input, right? So I'm thinking that way. So first it will go for input. So that's why I return var and it is already having 7902. So input 7902 will be passed. After passing 7902, it will get the details for 7902 employee and it will get the e-name. It will store or it will get that e-name into the same variable, what I'm thinking. Okay, let's see. Clear the outputs and executing. Control enter. What is error? String length constraints must be in range. Somewhere we are doing something wrong. Give me a minute. No one is telling. So what I missed also means definitely you people are somewhere outside. Okay, so there is nothing. Again, I'm just repeating. Define a variable for output purpose as well as for input purpose. Okay, after defining the variable, passing the input, assigning the input value to that variable, and while calling that here, I'm using that same variable name. Okay, and inside of this variable name right now 7902 is there. Okay, so that 7902 details will get, and 7902 already utilized, so no use of it now for me. So I will be using the same variable to hold or to capture that employee name, whatever is coming for 7902. Okay, so you can see that name also 7902 Ford. Okay, it's fine. So to execute it using exec, it is difficult here. Okay, because only one variable we have to do, and for that only we have to pass here. So what we'll do here, we'll just give a try like this. We were, for example, I'm declaring a variable like this, followed by varchar2 and size of something. And I'm trying to assign a value also to this. Let's see, 7839. Okay, but if you see, it is already showing underline to that. Okay, so it's nothing but is telling clearly this is wrong. You can just write a data type, after that nothing. Okay, that's fine. So forget about this call also in this case. Okay, any confusion about this in-out parameter? So mostly we'll use in parameter and out parameter, and in some cases we'll use in-out parameter also. Right? Any confusion till here? Let me know. Is it clear to you, everyone? Okay. Continue with the other thing. So this is about simple thing, how to create a procedure and how to define three different types of parameters. Okay. So now what we'll do, we'll create two procedures. Okay. So nothing but we'll try to call them one from another. Okay. Simple thing. Let's go back to SQL developer. I'm writing same program to insert something, create or replace procedure followed by any procedure name, emp insert. Okay, so this is my program. Okay, I'm inserting, otherwise I'll write like this, insert emps. This is my procedure name, and so I want to insert only employee number, employee name, and salary. Okay, so I'll pass these three values at runtime of this procedure. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm just writing here p employee number. So I have to write in, right? Number p in. This time I'm not writing anything. So what will happen? So if you are not writing anything, means that will be treated as a in parameter. Okay, here I'm not writing in or out, so means that will be treated as a in parameter. So by default, if you are not writing, that will be treated as a in parameter. So next one is psal. Here also I'm not writing anything, means number only. Okay, so I define three parameters. Three are in parameters. So I have to pass values to all these parameters at runtime. Then as, and in the begin section I'm writing insert into emp table, and I'm passing values only for three columns. So employee number, employee name, salary, and values are, I'm not passing any values right now, but I'll be passing values through these parameters: p employee number, p name, p salary. Okay, and of course it is a DML statement, so I'm writing commit to save this transaction permanently into the database. Okay, that's it. Nothing I'm doing. End of procedure name. My procedure name is this, so I'm writing here end of the procedure name. That's it. It's a very simple thing. Okay, I'll compile this procedure. Before that, let me clear it. Procedure insert emp is compiled successfully. Okay, so I'm creating one more procedure, okay, to delete something based on a input. Okay, I'll pass employee number so that based on that employee number, it has to delete it. So this procedure I created already to insert the data. We'll execute it later after creating this procedure also. Create or replace procedure followed by procedure name. So my procedure name is delete emps. Okay, delete emps, and I'll be passing one input here, p employee number, and it is a number type. I'll pass employee number. Based on that, it will delete that particular employee record. That's it. As if you want, you can declare anything, but not required as of now for me. So begin. In the begin section, I'm writing this delete statement, delete from emp table, where employee number is equal to, I'll pass this employee number later through this parameter. Okay, it's fine. Now, what I'm doing, end of the program, later we'll discuss about that other one. Okay, so you can do this commit also because it's a DML. End of the delete emps. Okay, so I'm just compiling it now. Compiled successfully. Let us try now to execute them. Okay, to execute these procedures, I am just opening a new SQL worksheet. Let me open a new worksheet here. With same connection, I opened a new worksheet. Okay, so you know already how to execute the procedure. Okay, so I'm executing first exec, followed by first one is insert emps. I'm inserting an employee record. I'm passing values, three values to those three parameters. I'm passing 1003. Okay, and the name is, for example, Ran, and salary is 23,000. It's fine. Let me execute it. Let me little drag it. Okay, successfully completed. Of course, there is no any DBMS output, so you can't see any message from that. But how can you check is really inserted successfully or not? Just go to this emp table, select star from emp. So I don't want to see any full data, so I'm writing where employee number is equal to 1003. Whether it is really inserted or not, I want to check. Okay, 1003 RAM and 23,000 inserted successfully. Okay, even there was a commit, right? So I just want to do rollback and check again. Rollback is complete. Now check the data again. Any effect? No, because it's already committed. We have a commit in the procedure itself. It's already saved permanently into the database. Fine. Till now, no confusion, right? I just written a procedure to insert a record by passing three input values later. So like this, I inserted a record. So there is one more procedure to delete a record, right? exec delete emps, and it will expect a parameter value, nothing but let me pass 1002. Okay, I'm executing it, successfully completed. If you check 1002, what it will be, it should not be there. Okay, there is no 1002 now. So fine. As of now, what I'm doing, I just written two procedures, one for inserting a record, one for deleting a record individually, and I'm executing them also individually, right? So now what I want to do, I want to call first procedure, inserting procedure from deleting procedure. Okay, I'm not making any changes in the first program, but in the second program, what I'm doing, I'm removing this commit. First thing, we'll discuss why I'm removing later. Now, after deleting statement, Here I am calling this insert emps. Okay, how to execute this insert emps you know already, right? So I'm writing AC followed by this, and you can pass those three values here itself. Okay, otherwise use the parameters again. Okay, what I'm trying to say, I'm passing as of now, for example, like this. Okay, so that this record will be inserted. These values are hard coded now. This record will be inserted definitely. But if you want to pass values for this also later at the runtime, what you have to do? You have to define the parameters. Okay, here I don't have parameters. If you want, you can define the parameters, another 3 parameters, and use those parameters here. Okay, just to avoid the confusion, I'm not defining them right now. We'll see. I'm inserting here nothing but simply I'm writing a delete procedure. Okay, and here I'm deleting that employee number, whatever I'm passing at runtime. While executing this procedure, I'll pass. And in the same procedure, I'm executing or I'm calling another procedure, insert emps, and I'm passing inputs to that like this. And there is no commit here, nothing, and end of this delete program. I'm recompiling this program. Control enter. Procedure. Oh, what is the problem? Encounter the symbol when expecting one of the following. Somewhere something is missing. Compiler log. Give me a second. Clear it first. Let's go to this. Okay, this is our connection, right? And here all the DB objects type will be there, and whatever we created, you can see them. Insert emps, get emp details. Okay, and the one which we are discussing now, get delete emps, is having an error, right? Let's see what is the error in this. And it is showing here error like this. And here in the top, you can see this is the code, and click on these errors. Why it is not going? Yeah, going now. So what it's showing, encounter the symbol insert emps and expecting one of the following, and it is showing some symbols and all. Okay, that's fine. We'll just go back to this session. Okay, and simple thing is we have to remember, we know already how to execute a program, right? So how to execute a program, whether by using exec or by writing begin end, we already discussed, right? So here we already have a begin, already have a end. Okay, again you are writing exec in between. That's why it is throwing the error. Understood? We have to execute the procedure using exec is fine, but already we are using this insert emps, are calling this from begin and end. Okay, so that's why this exec is not required. It's fine. Now I'm executing this again. Let's see. Oh, sorry. Let me select only this much. Okay, so now this is compiled successfully. I'm just repeating again, not did anything here. I'm just deleting one record based on the input. Thereafter, I'm executing this insert emps procedure. That's it I'm doing from delete emps procedure. Okay. Now I'm just going to execute this delete emps from here. Execute delete emps. Already this 1002 record deleted. Okay, it's not there. But you can see there is 1003, right? Just now we inserted. Let's check this. It is there. So what I'm doing, 1003, I'm passing as an input, nothing but it will delete record 1003. And thereafter what it will do? After deleting, what it will do? It will execute this procedure also automatically. Once it is executed, what will happen? It will insert 1004 record. And remember, I'm not writing any commit or rollback here. I'm not using any commit or rollback. Remember that. Okay. So now anyhow, I'm just executing it. Let's see. PLSQL procedure successfully completed. 1003. Now it's not there, right? Let's see. Yes, it's not there. It is deleted. Means 1004 is there. Newly inserted now, right? 1004 was inserted successfully. Good. This is fine. But now the thing is, I'm just going to roll back it. Remember, right? In the program, we have not written any commit. Okay, I'm using rollback. This is a very important thing. Definitely a guaranteed question. Definitely a guaranteed question on this. If you're not understanding, ask me again and again. So I'm rollbacking it. Rollback also completed. So 1004 I inserted newly. That will be there only because this procedure is nothing but insert procedure, right? This is insert procedure is having a commit. That's fine. Okay, insert procedure is having a commit. So that inserted record permanently saved into the database. So rollback will not work. That's fine, no problem. So now I deleted a record 1003, right? And this 1003 record deleting nothing but from this procedure. And after delete record, is there any commit or rollback? No, right? No commit. Means if I do rollback, definitely it should come back, right? Already I did rollback. So I'm just checking. It's not coming back. Let's try again. I'm doing rollback again. Just to make sure. I'm executing this again now 1003. It's not coming back. Understood what happening? There is no commit in the delete procedure, but still this record committed into the database. That's what happened. There is a commit in the insert procedure. That's fine. So that inserted record permanently saved into the database. But there is no commit in the delete procedure, but still that deleted record is not coming back. Means it is permanently deleted. Okay, means committed. That is also the delete transaction also committed. But what is happening exactly here? Deleted, it should come back. Yes. But after that, what is happening? Insert procedure is getting executed, right? So this insert procedure is nothing but what? It will just go back. It will insert this record. And after that, what is happening? Commit is happening. So this commit is committing all the pending transactions. Okay, all the pending transactions in the sense, whatever is executed and pending till this. Of course, we have only one delete statement there. So that delete is also committed because of insert procedure. I'm repeating again, this delete statement also committed just because of this insert procedure commit. Okay, I'm calling a program from delete procedure is nothing but that is affecting parent program transactions also. Here, my parent program is delete EMPS. This is my calling program. Okay, so this is my parent program and I'm calling a program inside of it, another insert EMPS. Okay, so this insert EMPS program is nothing but child program for me now. So this child program transactions, nothing but commit or rollback, whatever it is. Right now in our program, we have a commit in this insert EMPS that is affecting my parent program transactions also. Yes, right? It is affecting me. My delete statement, whatever is deleted, it's not coming back. Means it's permanently deleted because of this child program commit. Anyone is having question here? I'm calling a child program here, from my parent program delete EMPS. Okay, so in this specific case, all my parent program transactions are getting affected because of child program transactions. Is clear? Very important study question I'm telling. Later on, you will if you are not answering. Okay, so what I have to do now? It should not happen. I should do something else here. Okay, so means if I'm calling a child program like this, if I'm calling a child program from a parent program, that child program transactions should not affect parent program transactions. Understood? There may be a commit inside of this child program, but it should not affect this delete statement in our current example. But right now, what is happening? It is affecting. There is a commit inside of this insert EMPS. So because of that, that insert is committed and that parent program delete statement also committed right now. But what we have to do now, these child program transactions should not affect my parent program transactions. Nothing but I should build a bridge wall between these two. Okay, my child program transaction should not affect parent program transactions. That's it. It's clear? Okay. So for your purpose, I'm just writing here. Sorry. Here, the child program. So child program, just to avoid the confusion, I'll write this child program name also. Here, the child program transactions are affecting parent program. What is the parent program name? I think delete. Sorry. Okay. Parent program transactions. Okay. Now, so what we have to do? We just need to make sure it should not happen. That's why what we are going to do now, we are going to use a different concept called Pragma. We already discussed in the last class, it seems. Okay, Pragma is what? It's a compiler directory. It will pass instructions to the compiler whenever it is compiling the code. Okay, but what help we are taking now from Pragma? We are taking help using one of the type autonomous transaction. So very important interview question. Okay, what is Pragma autonomous transaction? Okay, so then you have to explain whatever we discussed till now, and then you can explain this. Okay, so what it will do? If we use this Pragma, sorry, if we use this Pragma autonomous transaction, then the child program transactions will not affect parent program transactions. Okay, parent program transactions whenever we are calling a child program from a parent. Okay, so now we'll do the same thing. I'm just trying to use this Pragma autonomous transaction, but where I have to use this in child program or in parent program. Okay, so which is affecting your transaction? Child program is affecting my transactions. So I'm just going back to this child program. Okay, and here in the declare block, I'm going to define same like how I return Pragma exception in it same way. Now in the declare block, I'm writing here in the child program Pragma followed by the type of that Pragma. Okay, sorry, not exception event, right? Autonomous transaction. Autonomous transaction. Okay, you don't need to write anything extra. Just Pragma autonomous transaction is fine. Okay, and thereafter begin, insert, commit, end. That's it. Nothing I'm doing. I just written additionally Pragma autonomous transaction in this insert procedure. I'm compiling it. Compiled successfully. Good. Now come down and delete EMPS. I'm not making any changes to this. Okay. But 1004 record is already inserted. So let me pass 1005 this time. Okay. Delete EMPS. Done. I'm just compiling this also now. Compiled successfully. Okay. So same scenario, I'm just going to check from here. I'm executing delete EMPS. 1003 record is not there, but 1004 is there, right? Okay. So what I'm doing, I'm passing 1004 so that what will happen? 1004 will be deleted and I'm inserting 1005 also from another procedure, child procedure. So 1005 need to be inserted. When I'm doing a rollback, then 1005 should be there. It should not go back because there is a commit. But 1004 should come back. Okay. Let's see now. I'm executing 1004. I'm deleting. Successfully completed. Let's check 1004 is there or not. Right now it's not there. What about 1005? Inserted successfully. Good. Now the situation is exactly here after doing rollback. Completed. Rollback is completed. Just go and check 1005 is there or not. Yes, it is there. Because there is a commit in the child procedure, insert procedure. So that is committed. That's fine. But in the last program, when we were not using Pragma autonomous transaction, when we tried to get this deleted record back, it was not coming because the child program commit was affecting my parent program transactions also. But now I'm using a Pragma autonomous transaction in my child program to avoid it. So let's see now whether it is there or not. See, it came back. Means when I'm using this Pragma autonomous transaction, my child program transactions are not affecting parent program transactions. Okay, so that is the use of your Pragma autonomous transaction. It's clear? So I'm just repeating what is Pragma autonomous transaction. If we are not using Pragma autonomous transaction and whenever we are calling a child program from a parent program, so then the child program transactions will affect parent program transactions also. But if we use Pragma autonomous transaction in your child program, then child program transactions will not affect parent program transactions. Okay, so in this case, after deleting 1004, okay, when I'm doing rollback, it is coming back. Means the commit, whatever is there in insert procedure in child procedure is not affecting our delete statement, nothing but our parent program. So clear? Any confusion still now?